Imagine if you had an extra 50 hours saved from your business every single week. Not only would you probably be able to hit 10k per month every single month and beyond that, but you'll be able to do whatever you want simply by reducing your work hours. I know I've helped almost 50 plus entrepreneurs escape the sleepless night cycle where they're tied to their desk for 12 hours a day, producing little to no work, to be able to get into a flow state for 6+ hours every single day, loving their life. Not only do this, but also make thousands of dollars online every single month by following a flow state system that puts their business on autopilot. And what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to show you exactly how to use this flow state system for yourself so you can reach the same result as all these people. Before we go into this system, I want to tell you about the problem with most entrepreneurs. And it's really not what you're thinking. And if you really want to solve this problem where you're tied to your desk for 12 hours a day, producing no work, not focusing, not actually getting into a flow state, this will really help you understand. You see, most people take 10 times longer to complete the tasks when really they should only be taking like 3 hours tops. But they sit there at the desk for 10 hours wondering why all the other entrepreneurs who are making all this money are successful. And because they never get anything done, they sacrifice their sleep, they sacrifice their resting time to do more work, and they run on 5 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, and constantly fall asleep at the desk, not even be able to focus, and living a terrible lifestyle. And because of this, they think the reason why their business isn't growing is because of the business model or themselves not doing enough work, and so they sit at their desk doing more work until they burn out and they just quit the business entirely. I see this happen to so many entrepreneurs, and if you do not fix this problem and put a system in place, this will happen to you. And why is this bad, you probably ask yourself? Well, the thing is, this is going to impact the rest of your week. When you miss one night of sleep, it messes up the entire week, and so you're stuck in this endless cycle where you're trying to catch up on your sleep, but you're also trying to grow your business, and then you're just like living a terrible life. But what is the system to actually cut this out? How can we sit at our desk for 6 hours a day, complete all our work and more, and have the free time to do what we want as well? Well, it all comes down to two things which I'm about to go over right now. The first thing is something called a standard operating procedure, and I'm sure you've already heard of this. If you don't know what it is, it's basically a set of rules that you do every single time you go to do an action. And the reason why I wanted to bring this up is because so many people have terrible clarity on what they're doing. They say they're going to edit a video or record a video like this. They say they're going to go on 5 calls with their clients, or they're going to do outreach, but they don't know what the hell that means. They don't know what to do in those steps, and because of this they start to procrastinate. Tasks take way too long to complete and they never get it done. And when you have a step-by-step formula of what you're meant to be doing in a task, this is going to get a bit sciencey right now, but one of the flow state triggers is something called immediate feedback, where you basically do something, you get immediate response from it, you get dopamine, and that causes you to do it more. And when you go through a task and you constantly tick the steps off over and over again, you release dopamine that causes you to focus more and complete the task faster. You'll actually realize how fast you can complete the task if you do this, because let's just imagine, for example, in a video game, when you have this big mission you're meant to be doing, you probably see there's these little steps in the top right of the screen or the top left that you have to do to complete the big mission. And when you do that, it ticks it off and you feel like, oh yes, I just did it, right? That is the same feeling that you can have when you work. Imagine if you had that. Imagine if you could tap into this state where you actually enjoy the work. This is what I want you to start doing every single time from now on. Break the task down into simple steps. Even if it's literally recording a video, you put sit at your desk, open your script, set up a tripod, set up lighting, do everything, and as you gradually complete the task, take these steps off and you complete it way faster because you're not getting distracted in between knowing what you're meant to be doing. Now the next thing is a bit of a weird one, and this is actually how you reduce your work hours, and it's simply by progressively reducing the time we work in a day and we spend on tasks. Because the thing is, you got to realize, you may not believe this right now, but you can complete that 1 hour task in 30 minutes if you had to. If I put a gun to your head right now, you will complete the task in 30 minutes, I guarantee it. But the reason why you don't is because you don't have a reason to. You don't have a mental deadline inside your mind that you have to complete the task, otherwise something bad's going to happen. And the reason why this works is because it releases another flow state trigger called risk. Risk basically creates excitement. It creates this immersion in the task, because if we don't get it done, we're going to face a consequence, and humans do not like consequences, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to sit at your desk, complete the task way faster than you usually do, and you're going to be much more focused. And the way we do this is simply by every single week we reduce the time we're working. So for example, let's say it took half an hour for me to record this video. If my phone didn't turn off halfway through recording, or I didn't stutter my words. So what I'll start doing is week 1 I'll start with 30 minutes, week 2 I'll go with 25 minutes, week 3 I'll go with 20 minutes, and gradually every single time I guarantee I will complete a task in however long I want. And obviously if it's like a 5-hour task, bro, don't expect to complete it in 5 minutes, man. Don't complain to me that you didn't do that. And I talked about this earlier, but let's say instead of recording a video, I say first let's sit at our desk, second let's open a script, third let's set up the tripod. If we manage all our tasks like this in a standard operating procedure, not only does it gradually build the habit, but also you complete it much faster. Because what do you think is harder, climbing up a snowy mountain or climbing up the first cliff face of a snowy mountain? Of course the first one is always going to be harder because it requires more effort, it requires more mental toughness, right? And this is why it's so important you have some kind of clarity in the task you're doing, or you at least know what you're doing after the first step of the second. Because what happens is people don't lose focus, they lose focus when they're transitioning between tasks or steps in the task. But if you outline them simply and you have them always inside your mind, you won't lose focus, if that makes sense. So this is exactly how you build a system, a flow state system that helps you save time from your business. And I guarantee if you keep on doing this every single week, you'll gradually reduce your work hours until you literally complete 12 hours of work in 6 hours. I'm not even joking you, because I've helped so many people do this, and this is the exact same thing they did. Okay, and by the way, if you're an entrepreneur who wants to get into a flow state for 6+ hours in a day, completely blow up your business, make more money online by tapping into a flow state, become way more productive and focused, get the first thing in the description to join my free community where you get personal advice from me. Goodbye, have a nice day. You're gonna elbow in the face again. Goodbye.